So the main characters in 5 Feet Apart are Stella and Will, and then Poe. And of course, the supporting cast, the nurses, are also very, very important to our film as well. So you meet the main characters in the hospital. So the majority of 5 Feet Apart takes place in a hospital, and it takes place over a short period of time because our heroine, our hero, Stella, is in for what they call a tune-up. So both lead characters have cystic fibrosis, which is a rare genetic mutation that essentially affects the body, and it's an overproduction of mucus, so to speak. It makes it very easy to get certain bacteria, so a lot of the times CF patients have to go into the hospital for tune-ups where they get injected with a lot of antibiotics and medicine to kind of get them healthy again. And we meet our 2 lead characters in one of these tune-ups. Stella is a YouTuber. She's a bright, shining star. She has a bit of a obsessive-compulsive streak to her because, you know, having this particular illness, there's so much out of her control. She just wants to control everything. And Will, who we meet early on in the film, also has cystic fibrosis, but has a pretty rare bacteria which has caused him to not be able to be on the lung transplant list, and it's a little more serious. And Will is the opposite of Stella, where he has kind of a carefree attitude, the feeling like they're gonna die anyway, so you better enjoy life. The 2 meet, and of course, sparks fly, not the good kind. And we kind of go on a journey with them in this hospital, which we kind of built to be also a little bit of a character. It's not the way that we normally view hospitals. It's viewed in a positive way because for a lot of people that have cystic fibrosis and other genetic illnesses, the hospital is also a place you go to get better. It's not a place that's sad. And we wanted there to be a happy, good feeling around the hospital. The nurses, the staff, all these secondary characters, Poe as a best friend, they're instrumental to the story because they fill out the environment in a really unique way, because you get to kind of see that there's life that takes place inside of these things that so much of us project negatively on. We swipe for love now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but there's this plethora of options on the table for everything, including love and friendships. And for some reason, if something doesn't work or if it's too hard, we're now more prone as a culture to give up. And I wanted to create a film that kind of inspired people to fight for the things that matter, and to fight for love, to fight for relationships, to not give up, and that there can also be beauty in the struggle, and there can be a connection in the adversity, and that just because someone maybe is sick or it doesn't look the way that life doesn't look the way that you want it to, doesn't mean that it's any less beautiful. So that was my intention and hope with the movie, and why I chose to tell this story specifically. I'd say 5 Feet Apart is a romantic drama about 2 incredible young people that meet in a hospital. They both have cystic fibrosis, and the very illness that should bring them together is what keeps them apart.
Now, to accurately portray John Coffey, the convicted killer charged with brutally murdering 2 little girls in the emotionally charged The Green Mile, actor Michael Clark Duncan would recall childhood memories of his father abandoning him to help power him with the raw emotion he needed. Some of the heaviest scenes.